All right, so let's talk about geometric sequences. So far, we've studied arithmetic sequences, where you have a number sequence, and in order to get the next term, you add the same number each time. Geometric sequences are similar, except to get the next term, you're going to multiply by the same number each time. And that number that you multiply by is called a common ratio. The common ratio can be positive or negative, it can be an integer, or it can be a fraction. So let's take a look at example 1. Find the first term and the common ratio of each of the following geometric sequences. So if I start with A, my first term is 8. My common ratio, I'm thinking, what do I multiply by 8 to get 4? And what do I multiply by 4 to get 2? For some people, it might be obvious right away that my common ratio is 1/2. I'm multiplying by 1/2 each time. For others, it might be easier for you to use the same trick that we use to find the common difference, except instead of subtracting, we're going to divide. So I can find my common ratio there by doing 4 divided by the term before it. 4/8 simplifies to 1/2. I could do 2 divided by 4, also simplifies to 1/2, or 1 divided by 2. All right, let's move on to B. My first term is 3. My common ratio is going to be 6 divided by 3, 2. Same thing as 12 divided by 6, also 2. And 24 divided by 12, also 2. Just like we could for an arithmetic sequence, we can find a general term formula for a geometric sequence. And here it is. Each geometric sequence has its own unique general term formula, just like each arithmetic sequence. And it's given by un, so the value of the term, that equals u1, the first term, times the common ratio to the power of the term number, n, minus 1. So let's take a look at example 2. Two pieces of information that we need are u1, which is 10 for part A, and r. So what's my common ratio here to go from 10 to 5/2? My common ratio there is 1/2. So my general term formula is going to be u1, 10, times r to the power of n minus 1. And that's as far as you need to take that. You don't need to simplify. That is good enough. For part B, my u1 is 1, and my common ratio there, the number that I'm multiplying by each time to get the next term, is going to be 3. 1 times 3 is 3, 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27, and so on. So my general term formula is going to be 1 times 3 to the power of n minus 1, which would be more commonly written as 3 to the power